Welcome back to the fields of Perthshire, the tatty fields, potatoes. Myself and Albert again, we've been home. I've had a bit of playtime with the dog, and we decided to come over to the Roman field as an alternative. So fingers crossed, there's going to be a few things to be had. That would be nice. There's certainly been quite a number of good finds coming off this field over the last few weeks since harvest. I don't know if this will be a part 2 or not, so if we find lots I'll make a 2-parter. If we don't, I'll just stitch this in to the previous video. So let's see how we get on. Not the best of signals, but the number readout's pretty good. 82, 84, so let's give it a wee bash. Can see something very round straight away. No pinpointer required. Now, is it a button? I think it is. And indeed it is. That is a button. Might have a bit of decoration on it though. Does. Looks like it's got some flowers. So it's got them on the back. You would think it would have something on the front. Doesn't look that way though. Right, let me give this a wee rub up and a dry off on camera, and I'll get right back to you. Well, it's an interesting little button. It's well decorated. It's got the letters R-O-N-G at the top there. Maybe strong or something like that. It might be a maker. It might have said something like gold gilt something or other. But it's weird, you know, decorated on the back where no one can see it, but on the other side, nothing at all. So there maybe has been something that's just rubbed off and the back's been protected because it's stitched onto your clothes. So you can see the little sort of flower at the bottom and the little stems going up either side. So what is it date wise? I'm going to guess towards the very end of George III's reign through into the Victorian period. So I'm going to say 1800 to 1900. But let me know in the comments below. Good start. Just my luck that the signal happens to come from a muddy puddle. $76, a little bit erratic. Could be a wee Roman coin. Could be a scrap of lead or something. I hope to God it's not deep, because otherwise I'm going to get covered in mud. Can't get this out. There we go. Right, I think I'm going to invest in a new spade sometime soon. If Blackadder are watching, see that lip on the back? It's a pain. It should face the other way, because otherwise when you dig down and you go to turn the clod over, it catches on the ground. If it faced forward, then it wouldn't. So, right, we're out. So Blackadder, sort it out. Okay, it's not out there, no. It's a wee stone. It was pretty shallow. There it is there. Looks white. It looks white and it looks lead. Let's get that hole in. Oops. Right, hole's filled in. And I think we've got a little bit of lead. I think we've got a crimp. Oh, we've got letters. We've got letters D, D, E. I'm going to need the toothbrush. In fact, let's just try giving it a wee rub on the sleeve. There we go, that's better. So it's a crimp, it's a lead crimp for a bag seal. We have got the letters D, E-E-N, and at the top you can just make out a very faint A-B-E-R. This is from Aberdeen, or Aberdeen, which is a town in the northeast of Scotland. So this is a Royal Mail seal This would be attached to the top of parcel bags, of letter bags, great big sacks that they would have used to transport mail around between the depots. Each depot, this one Aberdeen, would have had their own individual lead crimp or stamp, and these would have been attached to the tops of the bags and sealed. And later on the bags were sold off second hand, often bought by farmers or grain merchants, because they were very heavy duty bags, could hold like 50 pounds, 55 pounds, 25 kilos in terms of weight. So that's how they end up in the fields. You get a fair few of them, but I think that's the first one. I think that's the first one that I've had from Aberdeen that I can remember, at least. So, good find. On date wise, I'm guessing early part of the 1900s. We have a first signal in about 15 minutes. 77, 79, 78. Not convinced it's actually anything good. It could be a big bit of deep iron maybe. Or there's a bit of iron in there possibly. Let's see. Right, we're out the hole. Not really convinced about this one. I think it might be dross, but oh no, it could be a lead seal actually. Definitely lead. It looks kind of round. And that is I think a lead seal. Is it the crossed keys? It is the crossed keys. I thought I recognised the back. See that almost circular shape? That is a lead seal, a flak seal. And that is what looks like, well, it's two crossed keys. It looks a little bit like a flag. It's a circle, and this end's worn off. But these are from a very specific place. This is from a town called Riga, which is in Latvia, I think. Estonia? No, pretty sure it's Latvia. And these were attached to bags of, or bales of flax that were sent over to this area for milling into linen. And we've actually had, well, I think 2 or 3 of these particular types of seals off this very field that I'm on just now. So it just shows you a deep ploughing keeps bringing them to the surface. And that is, the crossed keys are the symbol of the city of Riga. Date wise, probably going to be 1700s into the beginning of the 1800s. Really happy with that. Not in great condition, but still, at least I can tell what it is. Just went to fill it back in. Could still be something in there. It's weird. I don't know if there's iron down here as well, or now there's nothing. Now it's a stone wall that there's a signal there. So who knows, maybe something small, or it could be something iron. Oh, we've got a clod shot. Ah, we've got a coin or a button. Let me just check there isn't anything else. Nothing. Oh, there's still something in the hole maybe. There's still something in the hole. That might be the iron signal. So let's have a wee look at this first. A wee look at this, and then we will we'll have a look at the other signal. So that is a coin or a button. What do we reckon? That is a coin. No shank on that. Pretty smooth. It looks like it could be quite an old one. There's a head, I think, looking to the right hand side. Can you see that? Alright, let me get the bendy thumb on this. Could be George. Could be George the First or George the Third, because George the Second looks to the left. Could also be William. Gavilmus, no, I think it's George III, because 111, just right there, I believe. Do you see that? Yep, I think it is. I think it's going to be George III. Right, let me dry this out and get the bendy thumb on it and get right back to you. This is the reverse. It's pretty difficult to spot anything there, to be honest. Possibly a date there, but if it is, it's illegible. The other side though, looking a lot better. Do you see that figure looking to the right hand side? Let me take the macro off for a second. There you go. You should see a very clear head looking to the right hand side. Try and get that at different angles so you can see. But that is George III, I believe. So Georgius 111 Rex, George III King. And this is the madness of King George, ruled from 1760 to 1820. His son took over around about 1810 because his father had lost his faculties. Married a German woman called Charlotte of Mecklenburg, and they went on to have something incredible like 13 or 16 children, something like that. So yeah, quite an achievement, especially given they met for the first time half an hour before they got married. Brilliant. I'll have another wee look down this hole and see if there's a third signal. Well, it's what we call a buy one get two free hole. The lead signal was the first, the penny was the second. There's definitely iron down there. I'm not going to pursue it. It's deep and it sounds terrible, so I think it's probably just a piece off a plough. Hopefully it's not some buried treasure. Right, on to the next. Hold on a wee minute. I just looked up there and I thought to myself, why does it look like Albert's got a bag next to him? And then the bag started to move and it's a dog. And I think that might be Lexi the Wonder Dog, which means that is Martin. He has escaped baby duties from his 8-day-old daughter, give or take. It looks like he's got permission to get out for a quick hour's detecting. Hopefully we'll catch up with him in a minute. Yeah, again, digging in the puddles, got a scratchy 60, it's produced a little bit of lead. Might be a bit of lead from window glass, possibly. It's got that kind of look to it, but we've had quite a number of bits of window lead in this part of the field, possibly suggestive of a long gone building. But we'll keep hunting. This one came through a bit faint. I barely caught it in my swing. Maybe a small target, but consistent 92. Doesn't sound that small, but maybe it could be a wee silver coin. That would be nice. Only one way to find out. Well, so much for silver coin. Damn it. Well, Marty's done himself an hour, didn't find anything unfortunately. Albert, he's picked himself up a wee ship's halfpenny of George VI, which is dated 1943, so part of the way through the Second World War. We're going to need to change Albert's name to Sneaky Albert, take it away from Sneaky Pete, because he was holding on to this as well. He's got himself a Queen Victoria silver coin. Solid silver, and I can just make out in the middle 1 shilling. Can't see a date though, but it's going to be sometime in the early part of her reign, because it's her young head, or bun head, so she was on the throne from what, the latter part of the 1830s all the way to 1901, so I would guess it's going to be sometime between 1830s and probably about 1870. I think the coins started to change, 1870, 1880, so it's a decent age and it's solid silver. So he's on the gold and he's on the silver. What a jammy swine. Okay, we've got a 72. Been a long time coming, been 20 odd minutes since I had my last signal, but maybe a bit of lead, maybe a bit of copper. Let's give it a bash. That's us out the hole, somewhere over here. Now that looks pretty silver to me. Oh, I don't believe it. Albert!
No, is it?
Hammered silver coin.
You're joking.
Nope. Well, look at that. That was not what I expected at all. That is a hammered silver penny. Having just said Albert's the one that's getting all the luck of the day today. Right. Well. Right. I'm hoping that's going to be pretty good. Right, Albert's got himself a new device. So let's see it in action, because I don't think I've got my spray bottle with me. Let me see if I can pick that bit off. Right, Albert, give us a great reveal. Well, show them all your wee bottle first. Look at this. Right. Oh, well done, Albert. There we go.
That's a cracker.
That is a cracker. That is an Edward. EDW. Edward. That is Edward, probably Edward the First, but it could be Edward the First, Second, or Third, which would put it sometime between sort of 1270 and 1370, give or take. Albert and his wee bottle here, eh?
Oh, that's a cracker, isn't it?
That is a beauty. It's almost black. So what have we got? We've got, it should say that's Cive, C-I-V-E. So that would be TAS, T-A-S. Then what have we got? Is it D-U-R? H-A-M, Durham? Not sure. Not sure on that one. Cive, TAS, something. It's not London. It's not Irish, because it's not a triangle on the other side. Yeah, it could be D-U-R, Durham. That bit's a bit mangled though. But that is beautiful. You can see his little head in the middle there, with a crown on top. And potentially from the time of William Wallace, our very own Braveheart, and Robert the Bruce as well. That is fantastic. Over the moon with that. Didn't expect it at all. Brilliant. Tremendous. Albert reckons he might have a Roman coin. Don't think so. I think it's I think it's maybe too uniform. It's copper. Right, let me get the bendy thumb on it and see. I think there's maybe a head there in the middle, but let's have a look and see if we can get anything out. Right, the other side's blank. I've got the bendy thumb on it as best I can. Is that a head looking to the right hand side? Possibly. I don't know. My guess would be it's probably Georgian, maybe like a farthing or something like that. George the Third, possibly. But it's got a funny colour to it. the fact that it's that kind of colour that you would get on a spendable coin, but it clearly isn't because it's too smooth. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Sounds a little bit like my hammered. 70. Sounds pretty solid. Let's see what we get. I've got Albert to have a listen, seeing as he's close by. What do you reckon?
I'd say it's a bit more close to a hammer than a Roman.
Hammered. That'll do me. Let's have a look. Okay, we're out the hole, and moment of truth. Sounds more like a 50 odd for Albert. Yeah. Ah. Don't think it's hammered. Is that a button?
No. Is that not a Roman?
Well, it could be a Roman.
Looks like a Roman.
Is that a head? Maybe. Come on, Albert's got his hairdressing thing ready. Aye, that is Roman.
That's Roman.
That is a head looking to the right. What's the other side like? Can't really see much on that at all. Okay, let me give it a wee dry off. Aye, that's definitely a head looking to the right there, look. So that is Roman, 4th century I'm guessing, like almost all the other coins that have come off this field in the similar period. Right, that is fantastic. Give me a minute, we'll dry it up, we'll give the bendy thumb on it, and we'll see what it looks like. Well, here it is. That is the best I can do. I think I might have actually just caught it with a spade there. Idiot. But that is a Roman. It's probably going to be 4th century. And it is, yeah, Roman. There's not really much more to say. I mean, is it Constantine? It could be one of the Constantines. Constantius, Constantine the Great. The reverse is actually a bit better. Look at that. Two little figures, both holding a staff, reaching out towards one another. So that is beautiful. Let's turn the macro off for a second. It's getting better all the time, the more it's drying out. So that is definitely 100% Roman coin. 4th century. I'd guess it's probably, yeah, well, most of the Romans that we get off this field are generally between 330 and 370, 380, give or take. Pretty impossible to make out the letters. I will have to allow some of you to comment if possible. I mean, there's possibly an N and an S there, which would be Constantine. Or Constantius, maybe? Possibly? What do you reckon? Either way, that is a Roman coin, and the back is the best part, I would say. Tremendous. Best part of 1,600 to 1,700 years old. And this field has produced many hundreds, if not 1,000 Roman coins over the last 15 to 20 years. We're lucky to have it. Well, I think I'm going to split that into a part 1 and a part 2. I think we've found too many things to fit it all into one video. Well, look at that. There's my best group of finds. Lots of junk, probably 10 times as much beyond that, but unbelievably good. Roman coin from the 4th century, a hammered coin from 1370 to 1270, give or take. We've got 3 lead seals, we've got multiple coins, a few nice buttons, including this one here from the Royal Highlanders, the Black Watch. Just blown away, absolutely fantastic. So let's go and have a wee look at Albert's finds, and then we will we'll finish up. Another find for Albert there. We're not sure if this is a musket ball that's been flattened, or if it's a little lead weight. That might be a hole. And if that's a hole that goes all the way through to the other side, and this could be a little steelyard weight, which could even be medieval or Roman. So you need to wait till he gets home and poke that out. But here's his other best finds. So he got that lovely silver shilling, 1 shilling of Queen Victoria. He got himself this strange coin. You can all let us know what you think that is. George V. Then he got a George VI halfpenny. You got a fragment of a button. You got another button. You got a thing. I'm guessing that was probably a leather that was sandwiched between there. But the star of the show over the 2 videos, look at that. Solid gold for Albert. A little pendant. It's missing the loop off the top. You can see where it's broken. Would have probably been suspended from a chain. But in less than 6 months of detecting, Albert has struck gold. And date wise, I'm guessing it's probably Victorian, because I think it's probably too ugly to be from any other era. The green stones, who knows, maybe malachite. The blue, I'm not sure. Could be glass as well, I suppose. But there's no doubt about it, it's solid gold. You can tell the colour, there's no taint at all. It's impressive, it's bright, it's shiny, and it is solid gold. It's a fair bit of weight in that as well. So well done, Albert. Gold in the first 6 months. Took me a hell of a lot longer than that to get my first bit of gold. And as I said before, Marty, he got gold in the first year. 9 months I think it took him. So clearly I'm teaching them too well. But over the moon, always good when your students start to get better than you. So thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed, and I'm sure there is going to be a lot more good stuff to come from these fields. If you don't already, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully we'll see you on the next dig. Thanks for watching.